Oops, I was on mute. Good evening, ladies.
Hello.
Hi,
How are you,
Rojeko.
Jacob?
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Nash. Hi, Sharon. How are you guys?
Fantastic.
Doing,
How has
doing
been
great.
the
Thank
week?
you. Hope you
Doing
too.
great? Good. How has been the week?
Oh, well, nothing short of busy, to be honest, as moms. We're always doing something. So, yeah, that
Pretty
will be
fast
me.
for me.
I totally agree. I totally agree. Yesterday, I was just on another live program and I was saying, oh my God, my Friday brain is like a peanut because it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. By the time you get to Friday, you are just done, and Saturday, sometimes you just want to zone out and just chill and relax. But the beauty about this business is we get to work from the comfort of our home. So we are back yet again with another episode. And today we really
Hmm.
want to put a call to action to all the moms that are out there who can relate with the three of us. But before we go into that, my name is Rujeko. I am a mom of two, a registered nurse, and yes, a growing and a very excited and passionate digital business owner. Nash, can you introduce yourself, please?
Thank you so much, Jacob. Hey, everybody. I'm Nashley and proud mom of two, business owner who's, enjoying every step of the way and, work in the healthcare as well for part-time. So it's amazing and it's great to be here. Thanks so much, Jacob. Over to you.
Fun, fantastic. Sharon,
Thank you. Hello, everybody. I'm Sharon. I'm based here in Melbourne and originally from Zimbabwe. I also have two beautiful girls, work in the healthcare industry and building my business, digital business on the side. Thank you.
beautiful, beautiful. So nobody has a fur baby in the panel. No
You
time.
want to add on to more work for us.
Exactly. Exactly. Anyway, getting into it. So I really want to share my experience and I really want to encourage any women, especially who are out there, and especially if you're on the fence and you've been watching us for quite a while. Honestly, I can tell you this digital business is absolutely amazing and it's one of the best decisions I can tell you that I made and I will never regret. I think the only regret I have is if only I started this business when I initially came into Australia, because by now I'll be far. I really know that. I had a very interesting experience this week, and not this week, but more in the last couple of weeks. And one of the things I experienced, okay, so I will talk about our automation system. So we have an automation system that runs in the business. And what happens is basically what we do market attraction. We plug into the system to become market attraction, people, or rather, we come out and we share about the business model. And what happens is in the background, the system itself, it does the sales on our behalf. And one of the exciting experiences is number one, receive automated leads. So while we're working, while we're doing what we're doing, the leads are registering. People are interested. They want to start their business. And it's not that, we go out and we look for people, but it's a system that already brings in the people that are interested to start the business. So you find you wake up and you have an inquiry. It's somebody who's already interested and they want to start the business. So the leads themselves are automated. Sometimes you wake up and you have an automated action taker. You haven't done anything. You're in the comfort of your home, and boom, before you know it, you have an action taker. So I love this business because of that. But apart from that, we also have the automation of receiving invoices. Boom, before you know it, you got paid. So that's one of the things I absolutely love about this business. It's absolutely effortless because it's got working systems that work in the background. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what country you're in, it's a global system for everybody. I remember one of the things that we used to compare. Let's say you're in Africa and you think, oh, if I'm in Africa, does this work for me? It will work for you as long as you've got access to Wi-Fi, as long as you have access to data. It's the same system that we're actually leveraging, uh, you know, everywhere else around the world. And what really excites me is, because it's a business, obviously it works according to your own effort. And, I decided to actually take, a few days off work, during this August period. And the best experience of that, ladies, if you're listening to me, women, if you're out there listening to me, the feeling you feel when you take time off work, sometimes you just feel guilty. You feel guilty, like, oh my God, is this how I should be using my annual leave? Is this the right thing to do? And, okay, probably I should do this, and make sure I utilize it. Like, there's all these feelings of guilt to what you're already entitled to. But what I loved was when I took a couple days off before we even got to the next fortnight paycheck. The system had already paid me twice. I had already received two automated invoices. What an experience while I'm actually away from work and I'm on leave. And to me, that's fantastic. That was amazing. And if you remember last time, I shared on how, one of the reasons why I actually started this business is because I want to go ahead of my debts. And that's such a great example that without me having to wait for my next fortnight paycheck, I had already canceled two debts, in my life. And that's why I continue to say this system is absolutely amazing and I love it. And the model is so simple. The model is so easy. All you have to do is to plug into the marketing attraction, and the sales are done in the background. It happens in the background with the system. You don't have to do anything. So that's one of the best things I love about this business, and this is what I want to encourage, especially if you're a mom out there and you're sitting on the fence and you're waiting. I don't know what exactly you're waiting for. You're waiting to make a decision. Today is your day. Today is your day. I would say start rather than wait. But I don't know. Nash, what are your sentiments? What would you like to share to any of the struggling moms or professional moms who are out there?
Thank you so much, Ojeko. That is, fantastic to hear, and good on you when you actually manage to pay some bills using a business that you're running from the comfort of your home. I want to say, there's people that are out there, moms and some hardworking professionals that you truly sometimes feel like, well, can I possibly, like what I do or love your job and still feel like something is missing? Sometimes you simply know that something is not right or you don't have enough and you genuinely want to build something on the side. And I
Mhm,
think for many of us who are here as well, we felt like that. I felt like
mhm,
that for sure. I knew
mhm,
that I questioned myself. I was like, so is this all life is? Like, surely where I wake up, my routine is the same. I pick up, I drop off the kids at school, I do before after school care, go to work, and this is on repeat. This is almost like the whole entire year. I barely would
mhm,
have had a break. I barely would have gone for a holiday or afforded. Maybe that's the word to use because sometimes you're looking at, the cost of living and everything going up, and you're like, well, can we afford a holiday at this point in time? And the answer for the most part was always maybe we should save. We need to pay off or try put as much money into, our mortgage, our savings and stuff like that and prepare for a worse day. But when you think about it, you stop living life because you're constantly in fear of, oh God, I can't afford this, or what if
mhm,
this happens? So you stop living life. So
mhm,
someone who had always wanted to have something I call my own. I truly believe that, and many of us need ownership of something. You need to take control of owning something that you can put your name to. You can also, make it work for you whilst you're in your own bed, whilst you're spending time with your kids. And I think it's one of the topics we discussed before about how, when we have kids, a lot of things can change. And that is
Mhm.
just a fact of life. But it doesn't mean we should stop living, nor should we stop dreaming because kids happened and we now are moms and busy. And then you forget yourself in the mix. So you want to still give yourself something to work towards, build something with your name on it,
Mhm.
which is exactly why this DJ business is for you. It's for you to, dive in deep and break it down and just follow the system without comparing
Mm.
because that's what I truly appreciate that I didn't have to navigate into finding what to sell, who to talk to, and
Mhm.
everything is already set up for us. We're simply
Mm.
plugging into the same system, which is proven. I'm not
Mm.
starting to do, stats on who will like it. No, it's in
Mhm.
fact given that people out there, many people want to just have a stable income or something that they can live off without sacrificing their entire existence into one job.
Mm.
So we all know that things, have, as much as they've gone up, you want to create something that can work for you instead of you working for it. Don't chase it in the
Mhm.
same traditional way, but they have systems in place and
Mm.
strategy about how you want to build the life you
Yes.
want. So that
Strategy.
is what I'm doing. As
Mhm.
women, we should empower ourselves to aim for the better thing in life. Don't
Mm.
always let life choose for you. Instead,
Mhm.
take control, take
Mhm.
charge, learn. Challenge
Mhm.
yourself to say, if I was able to go through, if it's nursing school, if it's engineering course, or if I went through even through primary and high school, it means you can learn something new this day, no matter what age you are. It's not just
Mhm.
20s, it's not 30s. We all can learn and build something truly to benefit us and our families and generations to come only by starting to make that change today. So
Mm.
that'll be my message for a mom who's out
Mm.
there, professional,
Mm.
who's wondering, oh, can I? Don't sit on the sidelines too long. Rajak already said, bite the bull by the horn so that you don't waste more time that you already have lost. So build on what
Mm.
you know already and start there. Thanks,
Mm.
Rajako.
Mm, wonderful, wonderful. Absolutely concur with everything you've mentioned there, Nash. And I think one of the things I really want to add is, you talked about, starting a business and we've got a supportive community, we've got mentorship, we've got coaching. How true is that? Because when you try out there to start, especially if you're coming from a mind where you're coming from a day job and you want to go into business, sometimes it takes a while for your brain to actually now register and say, okay, I am running a business. I am not working in a job. I'm not working for anybody. So one of the things that you definitely have in this community is that support, to help you to move that mindset or shift that mindset into a business mentality mindset. Of course, the results will never be overnight. It takes time, it takes discipline because you are now your own boss. It takes consistency, it takes you working, coming in, showing up every day. But what I love about this business, like what Nash is saying, just follow the process, just follow the system, and in time, it will definitely start working for you. Sharon, what are your sentiments?
Thank you. I'm just testing. Can you ladies hear me all right?
Yes,
Oh,
100%.
perfect. Hi, guys. Thank you so much for sharing that. That was brilliant. And I pretty much feel the same. This business, like just before I jumped on, I was telling the ladies, I'm just coming from, after my daughters had basketball today, and we went for a thing, like a dinner thing with some of the moms, and the kids were just playing together there. And it just made me realize how much I appreciate what we've got here. Because back in the days before I had started my business, I would have been thinking about the next shift. I wouldn't have even had time to take my kids to sport. I wouldn't have had time to just find that time to sit with other moms and just chat and just enjoy. I would have been thinking, oh, it's weekend, I have to, chase these shifts and get more money.
Mhm.
But I'm so truly grateful that I have chosen this path, which now gives me the peace of mind, if I can say, that I've got something building on the side. And like
Yeah.
the ladies were saying, it's not an overnight thing, but
Yeah.
just knowing that something is already brewing on the side, beside
Yeah.
my, part-time job. And in the middle of all that, I'm also finding time to support my children, finding time to have time for myself. Oh, it's just priceless. It's simply amazing.
Mm.
It's something I didn't have before. So, and I love the fact that you mentioned we have the automation and the training and stuff like that. For me, I felt like it's like being handed something on a silver platter, because before I found this business, I was looking at things like Amazon and Spotify. No, no, Spotify. What's that one? It starts with SPO. I've forgotten one of those. So
Okay.
anyway, with these ones, I had to think about, building a website on my own. I had to think about what products to sell. I had to think about, like, there's a lot of moving parts,
Mhm.
which before you start, you have to think about, you have to research and stuff like that. And here's a business that I've now come on, that I'm now part of, the ladies are part of, where all that is in one box. You have
Mm.
all the research already done for you. The products are already involved, the
Mm.
mentorship and coaching. There's a lot of programs going on, but you don't have the support. It's like you
Mm.
come in and they just tell you, okay, good luck. But this
Mm.
business, you have someone walking with you, your mentor, one on one, all the way through for as
Yeah.
long as you need it. You
Mm.
have a coach, you have the bigger community
Mm.
just supporting you. So you can never really be stuck unless if
Mm.
you're not putting in the work yourself. Remember, it's your business.
Yeah.
So the work you put in is just going through your training,
Mm.
and staying consistent, because like the
Yeah.
lady said, you may not have income coming in the next day, which is true for every business, be it brick
Mm.
and mortar or online.
Mhm.
It takes time.
Mhm.
So if profit doesn't come in as quick as you want it to, are you going to give up? Are you going to look for, hop on to the next thing? Because if you go for every shiny little thing and not
Mhm.
give things time enough
Mhm.
and patience,
Mhm.
probably things are not going to work out as well as you would want them to. So
Mhm.
with this one, we have a proven system already. The thing
Mhm.
is to just follow the processes. Nashley has already said.
Mhm.
So honestly, ladies, and I just felt like it was like something on a silver platter. Like I said, everything in one box.
Mhm.
I don't have to look elsewhere for anything else. All I have to do is to come in, plug myself in, go through the training and apply. Because if you just go through training and not apply,
Mhm.
honestly, you don't get anywhere fast. So you have to go
Mhm.
through it and
Mhm.
apply. And then
Mhm.
after the application, you have to remain consistent. And remaining
Mhm.
consistent, even if it's a little thing per day, that's more than
Mhm.
enough. It doesn't have to be anything, extraordinary or dramatic. Even
Mhm.
little steps, like, I don't know, learning something new, maybe posting a post, something you've never done
Mhm.
before,
Mhm.
depending on whatever it is you're following through. But you have the training
Mhm.
showing you and guiding you, so you don't have to think anything for yourself.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's pretty much how I felt. And like I tell you now, I have time to do stuff with the kids. And yeah, I already had my plate full, but
Mhm.
I still found time to do this business using those little pockets of time.
Mhm.
I don't know, even when cooking, I can be listening to a mastermind. When the
Mhm.
kids go to bed, I can take an hour here and there to just, I don't know, do a post or just do a live session like this one. So it's
Mhm.
pretty amazing. You can really fit this in the little pockets of time. You don't have to create anything outside. So yeah, that's what I've got for today. Thank you.
Wow, wow, wow. You guys, what you've just said, Sharon, is a perfect example of, a busy mom. You're out there, in the in the community, doing activities with the kids. But because you have a business where you can work remotely, you can attend to it. And like you said,
Mm.
it doesn't take the whole day for you to attend. It's just 20 minutes, 30 minutes of your time, and you're done and you're back to your family. I love
That's it.
Nashley there. She's a perfect example. Kids in the background, busy mom with the kids, but there they are, because you're home, and you look cute, you look comfortable, they look happy because they're with mama,
Yep,
but
absolutely.
actually mama is actually working, you know
Mm.
and things are actually happening in the background while we come here out in the live, for you guys. It actually attracts more automation of leads into the system, into our funnel. So we're actually working, and we're actually producing results while we're doing what we're doing. So that's the beauty
I
about
made
this
bright on
business.
my eye.
And yeah, that's what we had for you. So we wanted to actually, talk to you. If you're a mom like us, whether you resonate with Sharon, whether you resonate with Nash, whether you resonate with myself, we are real people running real lives, but really, really, really leveraging on this business. To start, all you have to do is take action. And taking action, we've got websites right in front of your box, whether it's Rejeko, Nash, or Sharon, whoever you resonate more with, click on that. The website is clickable. If you go to our Facebook page in our bio links, it's clickable there. Click on it. And the first step you just need to do is to watch the inspiring webinar. Just register your name and your email address, and it's for free. We don't charge you. Free information, and you'll be inspired by the people that you're going to watch on your screen. Soon after that, you'll be prompted to take the next action. Don't wait, don't overthink, start today. From me and the ladies, we wish you a wonderful good night.
Good night, everybody. Thank you.
Bye.
Are you doing my hair? Thank you.
I only need